好，大家好，我是今天比赛主持人浩。那欢迎来到君品酒店2021年台湾最佳侍酒师比赛决赛会场。因为疫情的关系，比赛现场我们只能容纳有限人数，很抱歉。那也欢迎我们有一些来宾在那个君品酒店的直播间，还有我们透过脸书网络直播的所有的观众，大家好。那我们现在要欢迎我们今天的评审。那我帮大家介绍一下，我们 TSA 理事长32行馆侍酒师陈定兴理事长。那我们欢迎 TSA 教育顾问、资深酒类文化教育工作者 Paul 王鹏老师。那我们欢迎 TSA 教育顾问、日本酒匠认证 Michael 欧子豪老师。那我们欢迎台湾亚洲葡萄酒学会会长、TSA 前任理事长 John 洪昌伟会长。我们欢迎名扬国际酒业总经理 Jessie 方香文总经理。好，那我们这一桌我们的裁判呢，我们欢迎台中 French 经理 TSA 前任理事长 Xavier 曾梦义经理 ，TSA 教育顾问侍酒魂共同创办人 Mr. Yohan Morel，AOW 真爱葡萄酒艺术有限公司执行总监 Nicole 李心爱总监，TSA 教育顾问台湾盲饮大赛创办人 AA 庄承轩老师。好，那我们现在要欢迎今天比赛重头戏3位参赛者，台湾代表来参加我们台湾最佳侍酒师比赛决赛，请我们欢迎第一位那个林允顺 Beth 林 from the Landis Taipei Hotel， 陈冠章 Carlos Chen of Bistro Le Jardin， 然后第3位是黄家伟 Max Huang of Marriott Taipei Hotel。那我们请这边站一下哈。那我们再来要请你们抽签，抽出你们今天的顺序。那你们谁开始？那就 Carlos。那个抽2张做2次哈。来，给我看一下你们顺序。好，那我们1号是 Max 是1号，Bess 是2号，然后 Carlos 是3号。好，那我们请 Max 留在这边之外，我们请那个 Bess 跟那个Carlos 先到我们的 ready room 准备休息一下，好，谢谢。Max, so can you try? Can we say, do you have the microphone? No? Okay, hold on. Sorry. 我们现在帮选手别麦克风，请稍后一下。Can you try to say a few words so we can also hear you? And maybe you can introduce yourself to the audience, please. Thank you.
So, hello, I'm Max. Can you hear it?
Showing okay 吗？
Hello, I'm Max, and I'm from Marriott Taipei. And it's my first time to get in the final, so hope everything will be fine.
Okay, Max, please come to here.
Sure.
Okay, here, please, yeah. Okay. So, this is our table 1.
Sure.
You have 4 minutes to serve the aperitif for our guests on this table.
Yeah.
And this is our host today. The lady has ordered a glass of champagne. This gentleman here, Key Royal. And the gentleman wants an ale beer, and our host also champagne. Here's your workstation.
Sure. So,
It's okay?
can you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. So you have 4 minutes to serve the aperitif to our guests on this table.
Yep.
And this is our host. The lady has ordered a glass of champagne. The gentleman here, Key Royal. And the gentleman here wants an ale beer,
Sure.
and our host also champagne.
Okay.
And here's
Sure.
workstation.
Okay. Sure.
So your 4 minutes starts now.
Sure. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Max. I'll be your sommelier today, so I'll prepare your aperitif and champagne right now. and you order the bottle for champagne for Pomahé champagne. So may I open that now, the boot? So if you don't mind, may I do the Kale Royal with this champagne for the sir? So Pomahé champagne is a very special item because it's I can say it's the first one, the champagne winery to make the blue champagne, and their top cuvée is for Cuvée Louis, and the blue champagne is from 1874, and will show lots of citrus flavor, like lime, lemon, and some minerality. So may I try a little bit for you? The temperature is correct and shows a very fresh citrus flavor. So please help me to check the cork. Is everything okay? Sorry, excuse me. So I will do the Kale Royal, the cocktail for the gentleman. It's a very classic cocktail and use the cassis and some champagne and mix together. So I will put the champagne in the ice bucket to keep the temperature down. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, sir. I'll break here. Okay. So excuse me, sir. And this is order the beer and made from Taiwan and called Feng Cao. And if you haven't ordered the appetizer right now, I will suggest a very classical pairing with champagne, the oyster, but I will change a little bit for ingredient.
好，时间到。So time's up. So Max, can you join me, please?
Sure.
So let's stand here. Please stand here. So welcome to this other table. And Mr. Chen Dingxin, the president of Taiwan Sommelier Association, is inviting his honorable guest tonight. He ordered a wonderful bottle of Grantham Vintage Port 2000 for his guests. He wants you to decant and serve the Grantham Port. You have 6 minutes, and
Sure.
this is your station.
So may you repeat again?
Sure, no problem. Mr. Chen Dingxin,
Yeah.
the president of Taiwan Sommelier Association, is inviting his honorable guest tonight.
Yeah.
He ordered a wonderful bottle of Graham Vintage Port 2000 for his guest. He wants you to decant and serve the Graham Port. You have 6 minutes.
Sure.
So your 6 minutes starts now.
Hello, Mr. Chen, and I heard you order a vintage porter. So may I serve it right now? So vintage pot is a very special item after the 2000, that only make the 2003, 2007, and 2011. And I will help you to decant this wine because I want to avoid the sediment into the bottle. And this wine will show lots of black fruit character and some like a dragon eyes and some honey, smoke, caramel, name flavored. So may I try a little bit for you? Yep, condition is great. So I will help you to decant it. So for this wine, if you haven't ordered an entry or main course, I would suggest you can order some filet mignon, but the sauce is made by the pork and some gravy, pairing some foie gras, because it's a very classical pairing, and some chocolate chips with sauteed mushroom and some bacon.
Nice.
Sure.
What's different between vintage port and a single vintage port?
Can you repeat again?
What's different between vintage port and vintage port? Single vintage port.
Sorry. Is the connection okay? So is the connection good? I'm not sure about these two different kind of vintage pro, but I will check it back later. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. Yep. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. So you want me to keep the decanter on the stand or the table? Sure. So you want to keep the bottle? So I will put it here. Excuse me. So here's a code. Please help me to check the condition. So don't keep going on. So if you want to order some dessert to pair this one, I will suggest some very classical French.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. Next. Can you please stand over here, please?
Yep.
We can face the camera, so we are doing the broadcasting. So we know you are well-respected sommelier in Taiwan.
Yeah.
We'd like to have your suggestion. The managers like you to recommend us the food pairing for both wines. Each one, you need to propose two styles of recommendation. One dish in Western style cuisine and another of Asian cuisine style. You have 2 minutes.
So need to repeat again.
Sure. So the manager would like you to recommend us the food pairing for both wines. Each wine, you need to propose two styles of recommendations. One dish of Western style cuisine and another Asian style. You have 2 minutes.
Okay.
So your time starts now. Here's your menu.
So for the first one is for red wine, and I will suggest some scallop tartar, and with some olive oil and some fish sauce to make the sauce, and pair with some sea urchins and some crab meat, and on the side I will pair it with some taro chips. So because I want the acidity to balance together and show lots of freshness of the meal. And about the Eastern cuisine, I will choose some pan-fried sea bass and pairing with some clam and some butter made from some sauce made from the butter and cream. And second one is from New Zealand. It's for Sauvignon Blanc, and I will suggest some pan-fried squid, paired with some tomato sauce, some citrus, some like lemon twist, lemon juice, and some fennel, and also some passion fruits on the side. And for the Eastern cuisine, I will suggest pairing with some pan-fried oyster and with some.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. So, here's a wine list that our CEO gave me today,
Yep.
which he would like to purchase from the list. Please check the list if there's any mistake, and also make your suggestion on wines that you think we should consider to buy, and also tell us why you make the suggestion. The price list above is priced in US dollar per bottle. You have 3 minutes.
So me to repeat again.
Sure. Here's a wine list that our CEO gave me today, which he would like to purchase from the list. Please check the list if there's any mistake, and also make your suggestion on wine that you think we should consider to buy, and also tell us why you make the suggestion. The price listed above in price is in US dollar per bottle, and you have 3 minutes.
Okay.
So your 3 minutes starts now.
I would suggest you can buy some wine for the Graham Vintage Prot. And just like what I mentioned, the Vintage Pro is a very limited item, so it can pair with your entry, and also to make a sauce, and even to pair with some dessert. And I think the price is very valuable. And first one, Salon is incorrect because Salon is not for Misley. It's only for Bondi Brown Champagne. And Cook Vintage Champagne did not have 1989. Vega Sicilia Ancro doesn't start at 1970. seen in 1987. It's for mission 的话, not domain 的话. Domain also didn't have crossing Danny.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Max. So, I've been told by my associates that you are very good in blind testing. And now we want to show us how good you are indeed. So, here we have 2 glasses of wine. Please have them identified as close as possible, such as grape variety, region, country, and vintage. You will have 2 minutes.
So picture repeat again.
Sure. So, here are 2 glasses of wines. Please have them identified as close as possible, such as grape variety, region, country, and vintage.
Yeah.
You have 2 minutes.
So I have 4 glasses.
Hold on.
There's a wine number 1, number 2.
Not this one.
So, okay. So may I confirm again? Wine for number 1?
1 and 2. Yeah,
1 and 2, okay, sure. So may I have a cup of water?
yeah, sure. Your time start now.
Sure. So first one is for the wine. Some gold color, gold color. Show lots of citrus flavor, lime lemon. And some honey flavor for the floral. Very elegant acidity. And I think this one is from 2017. And the variety will be SB. Riesling from Austria, capital. Second is for the red wine. The color is for the Dilubi. And show lots of ripened black fruit character, black plum, black cherry. Very elegant acidities and tannin. And this wine shows some earthy flavor and some charwood. Very fruity. I think this one is from the New World. Shiraz from Australia, Barossa Valley. The vintage is for 2017. I want to serve this wine in a Bordeaux white glass. The temperature is around 8 to 10 degrees, and paired with some seafood tartare. with some lemon juice. The second one, I will pair with use the Bordeaux big glass and
Okay, time's up. Thank you. So here are another 2 glasses wines. We'd like to ask you to make a classic organoleptic testing of both glasses. You have 4 minutes.
so major repeat again.
Sure. Here are another 2 glasses of wines. We'd like to ask you to make a classic organoleptic testing of the both glasses.
Yeah.
You have 4 minutes.
Okay.
And your 4 minutes starts now.
So first one is for the white wine. The color is for the straw yellow, and without any gas and no sediment. The viscosity is for medium on the nose. It's clean, show lots of fresh citrus fruit, tart lemon, tart lime, some grapefruit. About the floral, show some honeysuckle, some white flower. I can get a hint of minerality like a Flintstone and Whetstone. And I didn't find any oak character right now. I will check it back on my palette, on the palette. It's dry, it's clean. Medium acidity, medium alcohol, medium body. Show lots of tough citrus fruit, tart lemon, tart lime. Very crispy. Some floral like a honeysuckle, elderflower, and the minerality is very elegant like Flintstone and Whetstone, and didn't have any oak. So this one is from oval style. Variety is for Gunnar Berliner from Austria. Wahau. The vintage is for 2017, and was served this one in the Bordeaux glass. The low temperature around 8 degrees. Served with some oyster or also some seafood tartar. Next one is for the red wine, number 2. Color is for the deep ruby with some ruby rim without any gas and no sediment. The viscosity is for medium. On the nose, it's clean, show lots of red fruit character, red berry, red cherry, some strawberry. About floral, I can feel some dry rose. Also some earthiness like a mushroom. And some spice like a name and clove, but I will check it back on my palette. On the palette, it's dry, it's clean. Medium plus acidity, medium tannin, medium alcohol, medium body. Show lots of red fruit character, red cherry, red berry, some strawberry. About floral, I can feel some dry rose. Some earthy flavor like a mushroom, and have some tea flavor, influenced by the old oak. So this one is from the oval style, moderate climate, France, Burgundy, Cotigny, Pinot Noir. Vintage is for 2016, and I will serve this wine in a Burgundy glass. The temperature is around 15 to 17 degrees, and pair with some dark breast, with a sauce is made by the red wine, some gravy, and pairing with some raspberry and red berry sauce, some dry fig.
Okay, time's up. Thank you. So we want to ask our colleague to clean the table first. And also now I want to welcome Mr. Michael O. He has some question for you.
So which one is the number one? move to here? Or 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, hello, Max.
Hello.
Please taste these 3 sake and tell us most likely to be a typical character for Ginjo style sake, which made from the sake rice called Yamada Nishiki. And please also describe the aroma and the taste on palate. And how would you like to serve this sake? And also the sales talk for your restaurant.
So, would you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. Please taste these 3 sake and tell us most likely to be a typical character for Ginjo style sake, which made from the sake rice called Yamada Nishiki. Please also describe the aroma and the taste on palate. How would you like to serve this sake? And the sales talk for this sake in your restaurant.
Okay. So, how many minutes?
You will have 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Start from now.
Okay, sure. Okay, so number 1 sake is the Ginjo style sake made from the Yamada Nishiki. And the aroma shows lots of melon flavor, some pear, apple, also a little bit for the citrus like lime, lemon. Very pronounced aromas, very aromatic. On the palate, I can taste some sweetness, but have a very beautiful acidity, so it's very balanced. And for the long finish, and I will serve this wine for lower, start from the lower degree, maybe around 8 degrees. Will show very pure citrus flavor, some melon, some tropical fruit. And Yamada Nishiki is very popular in a Western restaurant. And this one can pair in with some Western fruit and Eastern fruit. Especially in France, we all know have a very famous winery called Domaine Neuf, and make lots of Ginjo or Daginjo style to pairing. So if you buy this wine, you can pair in the fruit can pair in lots of like a steak or some salad, grilled chicken. Also, you can pair in Eastern style fruit like teppanyaki, or also some satay, some grilled chicken. Or very popular in Taiwan, like the stewed pork with a soy sauce. And this wine, I suggest you taste. I suggest you drink as soon as possible because it's very fresh, very crispy, and show lots of aromas. But if you want to age in this wine, I suggest you can age in for 2 to 3 years. Will show lots of different aromas and character. And right now we do a very special promotion in our restaurant. You can buy it for the bottle. Also, we will serve the glass for you, even a half bottle. So you can try a little bit first. If you like, you can bring a bottle. And its texture and aromas, the flavor is very popular in lots of customers, even the ladies or gentlemen. Because ladies will always like a little bit sweet wine, and you can feel lots of citrus fruit characters. And the aroma is very pronounced. And even you can use this Ginjo style wine to make a sauce or be your ingredient to make some cuisine.
So should we move on to the second section? If you finish the tasting, is that okay?
Okay, sure.
Yep. Okay, for the sections workshop 2 is about pairing. The question will be, I'll give you the menu. This menu is actually from Noma in 2015 in Mandarin Hotel, Tokyo. The sake to pair with this menu will be typical Kimoto Junmai style sake from Ishikawa Prefecture. Please pair this sake with one of the dish from the menu and tell us your pairing theory and the vessel temperature you will be served.
May you repeat again?
Yes. The menu is from Noma in 2015 in Mandarin Hotel, Oriental in Tokyo. The sake to pair is a typical Kimoto Junmai style sake from Ishikawa Prefecture. Please pair this sake with one of the dish from the menu and tell us your pairing theory and the vessel temperature you will be served. So this is the menu and the time from now, 3 minutes.
So for number 1 dishes, your raw shrimp, and will end. I will suggest some sake, sparkling sake, and like the dobroku, because I want to the sparkling bring out some freshness from the shrimp. And the second one. Second one for the, because I have lots of citrus flavor, so I will choose the Hongzhou juice style, very fresh, very crispy. Because it already have lots of flavor, so I don't want to let it get more complexity. But easy to pairing this wine, pairing this cuisine. Second one, I will pair with some the third dish I will pairing with the same sake with the second one, and fourth and fifth dishes I will pairing the ginjo ju style. Because we have the kiwi sauce, so I want the sake have more acidities to pairing with. Also have some scallop, some seaweed.
Thank you.
Okay, the first part of the contest ends for now. Please stay around. After all candidates finish the performance, we'll start the final part of the contest.
Sure.
So you can stay in the room or just take some rest later, okay? Thank you. So let's applause for Max, please. Thank you. Okay. So let's welcome back our second candidate of the day. Bess, can you stand over here, please?
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit so we can try to see if your microphone works perfectly?
Okay. Hello. I'm a sommelier from this Taipei. I'm the best. Thank you.
So the microphone is okay? Wait a minute, okay?
Hello. 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 Test.
Yeah, I hear you, but I think the voice is not big enough. Maybe you can check the system on the.
How about this? Hello. Hello. Test.
Keep talking for
Test. 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 Oh, touch up. Test. Test. It's good.
So it's okay for all of you? Okay, thank you. So, Bess, welcome to the final contest of the 2021 Best Sommelier Competition. The first task, you have 4 minutes to serve aperitif for our guests on this table. And this is our host. The lady has ordered a glass of champagne. The gentleman here, Key Royal. And gentleman here wants the ale beer, and our host also champagne. Here's the workstation.
Could you
understand?
repeat again?
Okay, sure. So you have 4 minutes to serve the aperitif for our guests on this table. This is our host. The lady has ordered a glass of champagne. The gentleman here, Key Royal. And the gentleman wants ale beer, and our host also champagne. Here's a workstation. Okay? So your 4 minutes starts now.
Good evening. Welcome to here. I'm here sommelier best. I have to prepare aperitif. Thank you. Yes, sir. And you check today our champagne. We prepare the pop champagne from Pomeric. Thank you. And sir, for your beer, I prepare our Taiwanese ale beer for you. Thank you. here's a champagne. Thank you. Sir, have you prepared your ale beer? So, and here's for your Kir Royal. Here's for your champagne. And if you haven't ordered yet, we have prepared our some aperitif. It's very suitable for so prepare our appetizer. Today we have prepared a bed on oyster or escargot with Alsace sauce. Or we also have prepared some goat cheese. If you want have appetizer first, and when you finish your appetizer, we also have prepared some white wine or red wine, if you like it. For white wine, we have prepared a very good Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre. It's very suitable to pair up.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Beth. Can you come over here, please? So, this is your second table. Mr. Chen Dingxin, the president of Taiwan Association, is inviting his honorable guest tonight. He ordered a wonderful bottle of Grancan Vintage Port 2000 for his guests. He wants you to decant and serve the Grancan Port. You have 6 minutes.
Could you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. So, Mr. Chen Dingxin, the president of Taiwan Sommelier Association, is inviting his honorable guest tonight. He ordered a wonderful bottle of Grancan Vintage Port 2000 for his guests. He wants you to decant and serve the Grancan Port. You have 6 minutes. And this is your work time, sorry. Okay?
Yes.
So your 6 minutes starts now.
Good evening, and I'm here sommelier Best. Welcome to here. I have you prepare your red wine. Thank you. Sir, have you checked your port wine from Graham, and the vintage is 2000 vintage, the vintage port. We have prepared. Thank you. Have we prepared a gas? Thank you. The core condition is very good. Would you mind I have you try some, sir? Thank you. port wine condition is very good, but I think it's a vintage 2010, so if it has some sediment, such as can decant it and remove the sediment. Yes.
What's the difference between vintage port and a single decant vintage port?
Vintage pour and a single vintage pour. These two also have a vintage, but this vintage, I think, when this wine release, and they will let you know it's really suitable for drink now. That you have a taste there. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. For our port wine, and if you like, our today main course, we prepare the A5 Wagyu. If we use port wine sauce, and with foie gras and the walnuts beside on side. It's very suitable for pair with this port. And if you want some cheese, today we have prepared blue cheese.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, guys. So can you please stand over here, please?
Okay.
So we can face the audience. We know you are a well-respected sommelier in Taiwan, thus we'd like to have your suggestion. The manager would like you to recommend us the food pairing for the both wines. Each one, you will need to propose 2 styles of recommendations. 1 dish of Western style cuisine and another in Asian style. You have 2 minutes.
Could you repeat again?
Sure. We know you are well-respected sommelier in Taiwan, thus we'd like to have your suggestion. The manager would like you to recommend us the food pairing for both wines. Each one, you need to propose 2 styles of recommendations. 1 dish of Western style cuisine and another in Asia style. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Because this port wine has some little sweet.
No,
and-
hold on, there are 1 list here.
Oh, sorry.
Your 2 minutes start now.
Okay. So first this one, Frankie the Cigar from California. It's a white wine. It's a useful white wine. I also just compare with appetizer like the cold cut, tomato with shrimp, or yeah. And for our Chinese food, I also just compare with like pan-fried milk fish, and easy with salt and lemon outside. And the second one, subtle wine from New Zealand. And it's a white wine, use Sauvignon Blanc, and it's useful with some grass flavor. I also just compare with white asparagus with lobster on site. And for our Chinese food, I also just compare with our homemade mozzarella from our Taiwan Penghu steam Moselle. I will suggest the temperature around.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Beth. So here's a wine list that our CEO gave me today, which he would like to purchase from the list. Please check the list if there's any mistake, and also make your suggestion on wines that you think we should consider to buy, and also tell us why you make this suggestion. The price list above is priced in US dollar per bottle. You have 3 minutes.
Could you repeat again?
Sure. Here's a wine list that our CEO gave me today, which he would like to purchase from the list. Please check the list if there's any mistake, and also make your suggestion on the wines that you think we should consider to buy, and also tell us why you made the suggestion. The price list above is priced in US dollar per bottle. You have 3 minutes.
Okay.
And your 3 minutes start now.
First one, Salon. 1990. It's a good vintage. And $3,000. So the first one, Salon Meslier Bon de Bon Champagne. 1990 is a very good vintage, and $3,000. I think it's almost this price. It's suitable for purchase it. And Cook Vintage Champagne 1989, and I can for sure this vintage I produce Cook Vintage. For the Vega Sicilia Unico, Reserva Special 1970. I haven't sure this vintage have produced Vega Sicilia. And Giacomo Conterno Barolo Riserva Monfortino, 1977, $300. I think it's very suitable to buy it. It's very worth it. And Gisper Macastero Barolo Monprivato, 1997, $500. I think also it's very good to purchase this. It's a good choice. And the Domaine de Roy Musigny, 1987. I've seen this vintage, they haven't produced this vintage. And the Domaine Tonson, Clos-en-Dernier, Vigne, 1979, $2,000. Well, it's the price I think is almost around this price, so you can consider about this. Screaming Eagle Cabernet Sauvignon 1991, $3,000. I haven't sure they have produced this vintage. And Dominus 1982, $300. I think it's a very good price, and the owner is from the. And in 1982, I also haven't sure they have produced this one. They haven't produced this vintage. Vendury, Shiraz, 1997, $150. Oh, I can show Shadow Deacon, 1972, haven't produced this vintage. And Graham.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Beth. Please wait for a while. Please come over. So I've been told by my associate that you are very good in blind testing. And now we want you to show us how good you are indeed. So here are two glasses. Please have them identified as close as possible, such as gravelity, region, country, and vintage. You have 2 minutes.
Could you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. So here are two glasses of wines. Please have them identified as close as possible, such as gravelity, region, country, and vintage. You have 2 minutes. So wine number 1 and wine number 2. So your 2 minutes starts now.
So first number 1, the wine is white wine, the wine is clear, no gas, no sediment, and the viscosity is medium minus. Then there's also medium minus, and the colors is medium yellow lemon. Nose, the wine is clear, is useful. Have many citrus flavor, like lemon peel, green lemon peel, yellow apple, yellow pear. It's from the cocaine mat. Also have a medium acidity. It's from the cocaine mat, from the French Chardonnay and Bourgogne, this production area, vintage, around 3 to 5 years. I think it's 2018. And the second wine, the wine is a red wine. The wine is clean, no gas, no sediment, and the color is medium red ruby with a purple ring. The wine is developing with some stickers, cedar, gaming, savory. It's used many barrel, it's vanilla. Medium tanning, medium acidity, medium body. I think it's from the old world. Warmer climate. I think this one's from the Italy Valpolicella Ripasso. Vintage is 2015.
Okay, thank you, Beth. Here are another 2 glasses of wines. We would like to ask you to make classic organoleptic testing over both glasses. You have 4 minutes.
Could you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. Here are another 2 glasses of wines. We'd like to ask you to make a classic organoleptic testing of the both glasses. You have 4 minutes, and your 4 minutes starts now.
Okay. So the first one is a white wine. The wine is clear, no gas, no sediment. The viscosity is medium. Stand here also is a medium. And the color is medium lemon, medium green lemon. Nose. The wine is useful. With some citrus flavor, a little pyrazine like a grass, lemongrass. And the test, the wine is dry, it's clean, medium minus acidity, sorry, medium acidity. Light body, I think around 12%. I think it's Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre, French Sancerre. The vintage is 2018. And the red wine, and the second one, number 2 is a red wine. The wine is clear, no gas, no sediment. Viscosity is medium, and the stand here is also medium plus. And the color is medium, so deep ruby with purple ring. Nose, the wine is clean, developing. The intensity is medium minus. There's some cedar with some black fruit character like the black cherry, blackcurrant. Medium tannin, medium plus tannin, medium acidity, medium body, 30.5%. I think it's oval style. From France, Grenache, south of France. Many use, I think it's from a Rhone Valley, not Rhone, Shiraz base. And the vintage, I think around 2 to 5 years, 2016.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Beth. Now I'd like to welcome Mr. Michael O. Mr. Michael O has some question for you.
Yes.
Hello, Beth. We have 3 sake in front of you, and from left-hand side will be sake number 1, 2, and on the very right-hand side will be sake number 3. So the question is, please taste these 3 sake and tell us most likely to be a typical character for Ginjo-style sake, which made from the sake rice called Yamada Nishiki. Please also describe the aroma and the taste on palate. How would you like to serve this sake? And the sales talk for this sake in your restaurant.
Could you repeat again?
Yep. Please taste these 3 sake and tell us most likely to be a typical character for Ginjo-style sake, which made from sake rice called Yamada Nishiki. Please also describe the aroma and taste on palate. How would you like to serve this sake? And the sales talk for this sake in your restaurant. And you have 6 minutes from now.
Thank you. I think number 1, the sake number 1 has some little sweetness flavor. Its aroma is very floral, like the honeysuckle, and with some floral blossom, white flower. I think it's a ginger, ginger style, and I would like to serve it around 4 to 6 temperature degree and use a small sake glass. And I would suggest can is really suitable to pair with our Japanese cuisine like tuna sushi or grilled cheese with a tuna sushi. Or we also like to pair with our Taiwanese pan-fried milkfish with some lemon and salt on the top with some pepper. And because Yamada Nishiki have some sweetness flavor, I also like to pair with codfish, because the codfish have it's more fat, that's more fat. And this sweet type sake is suitable to pair with tuna codfish. Very good aroma. For now, I can feel some like the peach, apricot aroma inside. Very elegant. The tuna sashimi also really suitable to pair with whitefish sashimi, like the slate fish or the squid, our night market grilled squid. I think also can pair with the red mullet with some salt pickled vegetable with some umami flavor. Because this one have a little sweetness, it's also very suitable to pair with some saltness flavor cuisine. And I think this sake also can sell by glass on a restaurant. Maybe some people like to want some sake to pair with our fish cuisine. So it's also a very good choice to sell by glass.
For question number 2 will be about pairing. The question is, the menu is from Noma in 2015 at Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Tokyo. The sake to pair is the typical Kimoto Junmai style sake from Ishikawa Prefecture. Please pair this sake with one of the dish from the menu and tell us your pairing theory and the vessel temperature you will be served.
Could you repeat again?
Yep. The menu is from Noma in 2015 at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Tokyo. The sake to pair is the typical Kimoto Junmai style sake from Ishikawa Prefecture. Please pair this sake with one of the dish from the menu and tell us your pairing theory, the vessel temperature you will be served. And you have 3 minutes. And the menu is here. The time starts from now.
Okay. Because this sake is Junmai style, it's more umami flavor. I would like to pair with scallop dry for 2 days, beech nuts and kelp. Because scallop also really fresh with umami flavor, and also it can pair with this type Junmai style with some umami and with some natural flavor sake. And I will serve it use a small sake glass and a temperature around 4 to 6 degrees. And especially I will remind the guest enjoy the scallop with the sake. I would like to put in the sake in the ice bucket, so because I think this Junmai style sake is need to more chilled, can be more elegant.
Thank you, Beth.
Okay, thank you, Beth. So the first part of contest ended for now. Please stay around. After all 3 candidates finish the performance, we'll go into the next stage of the contest. Okay? Okay, thank you. Take some rest. Let's applause for Beth, please. Let's applause for Carlos. Welcome, Carlos. Please stand over here. So can you make some quick brief introduction of yourself, and we also can test the microphone.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Carlos from Bistro Japan.
Okay, welcome, Carlos.
Yes.
Here will be your first table.
Yes.
So you have 4 minutes to serve the aperitif for our guests on this table.
Okay.
And this is our host.
Okay.
The lady has ordered a glass of champagne.
Yes.
The gentleman here has Kir Royal. And the gentleman here wants an ale beer. And our host also champagne. Here's your workstation.
Okay.
Any question?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure, no
again?
problem.
Thank you.
So you have 4 minutes to serve aperitifs for our guests on this table.
Yes.
This is our host. The lady has ordered a glass of champagne. The gentleman here, Key Royal. And the gentleman wants an ale beer. And our host also champagne.
Okay.
Here's workstation.
Okay.
So your 4 minutes starts now.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Carlos. Please allow me 4 minutes to prepare the aperitif for you. Thank you. So I will prepare the cocktail for you. Kiwai is very traditional aperitif from France, the Kiwo. And today I would suggest to use because there is a very special champagne from Pommery. And it's this one for you, okay? The pop is very good for the cocktail. Champagne par glass for you. If you order the champagne by glass, I would suggest the Pommery, or you prefer not to open a bottle, to order a small bottle for each one. Thank you. And sir, you like to have ale? This is very local from Taiwan, from southern Taiwan, Tainan City.
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank
Can you
you.
please come over this side, please? So this is the second table. Mr. Chen Dingxin is the president of Taiwan Sommelier Association, and he's inviting his honorable guest tonight. He ordered a wonderful bottle of Graham Vintage Port 2000 for his guests. He wants you to decant and serve the Graham Port. You have 6 minutes.
please repeat the question
Sure.
again. Thank
So
you.
Mr. Chen Dingxin, the president of Taiwan Sommelier Association, is inviting his honorable guest tonight.
Yes,
He ordered a wonderful bottle of Graham Vintage Port 2000 for his guests. He
2000.
wants you to decant and serve the Graham Port. You have 60 minutes. This is your workstation.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
you
you.
start now.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Carlos, and I will prepare the beautiful bottle for you. Thank you. Okay, excuse me. The bottle of 2000 Graham. Thank you. May I taste the wine for you later? Thank you. Good afternoon. Excuse me. Glasses. Okay, the Graham vintage port is very special. The port, you have port before? Because the port only, the vintage port only on very good vintage when the institute, they declare they can produce the vintage port. And no filter is more ruby style. So it's with a lot of sediment inside and with a lot of very matured fruity and a lot of texture. So I would suggest to decant it. And for traditional, some people will use the porton to click on the bottle to open, but it's not so old. Use the waiter's friend can open. We don't do that today. Sorry. Next time you come back, I'll show you. Sorry. The condition is very good. Now it's very tasty, juicy with a lot of dark fruits.
Ross,
Yes?
what's the difference between vintage port and single guitar vintage port?
Oh, that's a very good question. Basically, both of them are all vintage from single harvest, but the vintage port only from the declared vintage, and it's not every year. And the single guitar, and also vintage port is from the, although it's from the single harvest, but it's a blend from different estate. And the single guitar is a, single guitar is also from single harvest, but from single estate. So if you like to say, vintage port is more express the vintage, and single ginta is more expressed terroir. So it's a difference. Thank you. And if you have an order, the pork is very good to go with some potent meat. So I would suggest you can have grilled venison. And if I may, can I have a small glass for the chef and to use the pork to cook as a sauce? It's very good pairing. And on the side, I will serve some just simple grilled vegetables and put some black pepper on the top. And this one can also pair very good until the finish after main course, with some chocolate cake as a dessert. So, is there anything I can do for you?
Okay, time's up. Thank you, Carlos. Please stand over here, please. So we know you are a very well-respected sommelier in Taiwan. Thus, we'd like to have your suggestion. The manager wants you to recommend us the food pairing for both wines. Each wine, you need to propose 2 styles of recommendations. 1 dish of Western style cuisine and another in Asian style. And you will have 2 minutes.
Okay, please repeat it again.
Sure.
Thank you.
We know you are well-respected sommelier in Taiwan. Thus, we'd like to have your suggestion. The manager would like your recommendation for us the food pairing for both wines. Each wine, you need to propose 2 styles of recommendations. 1 dish of Western style cuisine and another of Asian style. You have 2 minutes.
Okay,
And this
thank
is
you.
the wine. So your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, thank you. So tonight we have 2 wine, Don Vigna, Van Gris de Cigar 2020, and number 2, Sato wine from New Zealand. And for these 2 wine, for wine number 1, Van Gris is actually is a rosé wine, so with a lot of texture and from Central Otago, California, gentle alcohol, so but with a lot of fruity. So I would suggest a Western dish, like a pâté en croûte, inside with the pork and duck liver, and served cold, and outside with the crust. And it can cut the fatty and also balance with the crust oily as well. And for Chinese, I would suggest another Chinese dish, such as such as the drunken chicken, because drunken chicken is called 醉鸡, cooked in the brine, mixed with the Shaoxing wine and some goji, a lot of Chinese medicine inside. So it's a flavorful, can balance with the rosé wine, and also can it's served cold, so it's very refreshing. And wine number 2 from New Zealand. This one I would suggest to have first Western dish. I would suggest to have a cold dish from Italy called it's a veal with a tuna sauce called Vieto Tornado. It's a served cold sliced.
Okay, thank you, Carlos.
谢谢.
So here's a wine list that our CEO gave me today, which he would like to purchase from the list. Please check the list if there's any mistake, and also make your suggestion on wines that you think we should consider to buy. And also tell us why you make the suggestion. The price listed above is priced in US dollar per bottle. You will have 3 minutes.
Please repeat again.
Sure.
Thank you.
Here's the wine list that our CEO gave me today, which he would like to purchase from the list. Please check the list if there's any mistake, and also make your suggestion on wines that you think we should consider to buy, and also tell us why you make the suggestion. The price list above is priced in US dollar per bottle. You have 3 minutes, and your 3 minutes starts from now.
First one, the Chateau de Cam 1972, I would suggest not to buy because on the list, this wine should not be exist. 1972 they didn't produce, so. And first suggestion, I would suggest to buy the Graham's Vintage Port 1977. It's a vintage for the vintage port, and the price is really good. And for the first one, Salon Blanc de Bon 1990. It's a very good vintage, but the price, 3,000, I think it's too much. So can skip this one. And for the 1989 Krug, 500 is a pretty good price, but I will concern for the condition of the wine. And also some suggestions. 91 Screaming Eagle. This one we can buy. 91 is a good vintage for them. And the price, Screaming Eagle on the market is still going up, so can consider. And also the Enski. Here of Grace Shiraz 2000. This is also a beautiful wine. For 500, it's a very good deal. And for the two from Italy, Giacomo Conteno and Giuseppe Mascaredo, I would suggest to buy.
Okay, thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. Can I have water first? Or?
Yeah, sure.
And the Mexican I can take out.
Okay. So I've been told by my associates that you are very good in blind testing, and now we want you to show us how good you are indeed. So here are 2 glasses of wines. Please have them identified as close as possible, such as grape variety, region, country, and vintage. You'll have 2 minutes. It's okay?
Please repeat again.
Sure.
Thank you.
So here are 2 glasses of wines.
Yes.
Please have them identified as close as possible, such as grape varieties, region, country, and vintage. And you have 2 minutes. So your 2 minutes starts now.
Thank you. First one, white wine. first one, white wine, the variety is Chardonnay. From Burgundy, Petit Chablis, vintage 2000 and it's very young, 2019. The red wine is a blend from Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, dominated by Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's a newer style from Chile, Central Valley, and also very young.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. So here another two wines, glasses wines. We'd like to ask you to make a classic organoleptic testing of the both glasses. You will have 4 minutes.
Please repeat again.
Sure. Here are another two glasses wines. We'd like to ask you to make a classic organoleptic testing of the both glasses. And you have 4 minutes.
Okay.
So your 4 minutes starts now.
Okay, wine number one is white wine. Start bright, very clean, no gas, no sediment. And the nose is clean, useful with a moderate intensity of citrus fruit flavor. There's some spice notes, show some oak evidence on the nose. I will confirm on the palate. Palate is dry, bone dry, medium plus acidity with a moderate intensity of very fresh fruits like citrus and hints of stone fruits. The finish is moderate, very clean. And on the palate, I cannot get the oak evidence, so I think it's not the spice from oak. It's a variety character. It's very balanced between the fruity and the herbal, the spiciness side. So I think this might be the old style. Possible variety could be a Pinot Grigio, Riesling, and very young, year range between 1 to 3 years. So my final conclusion, this is Pinot Grigio from Veneto, the 2020. And the wine number 2 is red wine. It's a moderate intensity and of the ruby color. No gas, no sediment on the nose. It's clean and useful with a moderate intensity of red fruits. And it's all fresh fruits. On the palate, it's dry and medium acidity, medium tannin. The tannin is, you can feel the tannin, but very velvet, subtle. And shows a lot of fresh fruits, red fruits like red cherry, red currant, red plums, and the hints of cinnamon spiciness. But I think this one is no oak evidence. one is very fruity forward, very good quality, and I think it's a New World style. A variety of Pinot Noir from New Zealand, Central Otago, and also very young, 2018 vintage. So the body is medium, but with a slightly higher alcohol percentage, around 13.5.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. And now we would like to welcome Mr. Michael O. Michael O has some questions for you.
Yes.
We'll wait a little bit for the venue prepared.
Hello, Carlos.
Hi.
So you have 3 sake in front of you.
3.
From very left-hand side is number 1, and right-hand side is number 3.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is, please taste these 3 sake and tell us most likely to be a typical character for Ginjo style sake, which made from sake rice called Yamada Nishiki. Please also describe the aroma and the taste on palate. How would you like to serve this sake and the sales talk for this sake in your restaurant?
Please repeat the question again.
Sure. Please taste these 3 sake and tell us most likely to be a typical character for Ginjo style sake, which made from sake rice called Yamada Nishiki. Please also describe the aroma and the taste on palate. How would you like to serve this sake and the sales talk for this sake in your restaurant? And you will have 6 minutes from now.
Thank you. For the Jumai Ginjo, these 3 on the nose and on the palate, they all got the character. But okay. For me, number 3 is the Jumai Ginjo from the Yamada Nishiki. Yamada Nishiki is, they say it's a kin for the sake rice, with very good texture, so you can polish it until very small, and you can get very good flavor, such as very fruity side, banana, peach, and very joyful flavor. But also with a very good balance between the body. So if I may suggest, I would serve this wine as an aperitif by glass, and I would pair in with duck liver terrine, very typical because I'm from the French restaurant, very typical duck liver terrine. And because this sake with a very good acidity to balance with the fat of the terrine, and also it's very juicy and a lot of fruit flavor. And the duck liver terrine, you can when you taste it, you can together with some candy fruits. So the fruitiness is also very good with the terrine itself. And for a French restaurant, mostly serve the French wine, of course. But now it's a trend to serve sake in the restaurant, and we can combine some different glasses, glass by glasses, and put the set menu together. So Jumai Ginjo from Yamada Nishiki is very good aperitif wine, but also it's also very good throughout the whole menu. And number 3, I think it's from the Hyogo Prefecture because it has very delicate, pronounced aroma, and I think you use some special method when brewing because I can feel some green notes, some freshness. So this one could be not only the Jumai Ginjo, but also unfiltered. And the totally express the Jumai and Ginjo character. Very good fruity melon, some tropical mango. Alcohol level is high, but it's very balanced because with a lot of flavor, character, and the body of the sake, and you cannot feel it's a very high alcohol level. So I can say this sake is very good, high quality. So if the price is not very high, so I will definitely use in the restaurant as a choice of beverage by glass, not only wine by glass, but also sake by glass. And it's a very good aperitif, but also you can throughout the whole menu because of the flavors, the acidity, the texture. Even with some light dessert will be no problem, such as cheesecake, very classic with crumble underneath. It's not so sweet and with vanilla notes. And not only for the aperitif, because I just suggest for the aperitif, it can also pair very good with a nice veal steak with the white sauce, just pan-fried seasoning and with the white sauce.
Now here comes the question number 2. The menu, which I'm going to hand on to you, is from Noma in 2015 at Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Tokyo. The sake to pair is a typical Kimoto Junmai style sake from Ishikawa Prefecture. Please pair this sake with one of the dish from the menu and tell us your pairing theory and the vessel temperature you will be served.
please repeat again.
Yes.
Thank you.
The menu is from Noma in 2015 at Mandarin Oriental Hotel in Tokyo. The sake to pair is a typical Kimoto Junmai style sake from Ishikawa Prefecture. Please pair this sake with one of the dishes from the menu and tell us your pairing theory and the vessel temperature you will be served. And you have 3 minutes. And the time starts from now.
Okay, Junmai style from Ishikawa Prefecture. Because the brewing method is very special, so with high acidity. So if I need to choose one dish from this menu, the Junmai style is express the purely rice character without adding any brewing alcohol. So express the pure rice character, but with body. So I would put it in the middle because of in the first dishes, I want customer to feel a lot of flavor, and in the middle means transaction. So, and also Junmai from the prefecture with a special method, high acidity, and also like wine with the fruity character. But the Junmai style from here is with some umami. So okay, I would try to pair with this sake with the scallop, because this dish is some nuts, roast seaweed oil. This dish is seafood, but the cooking method and also the sauce and on the side makes this dish with the body. And the Junmai style sake needs something full, but not overpowered. So with very good acidity to go with the scallop, but also with the umami, the character to balance with the nuts and the seaweed flavor. So this one is, I would suggest. Oh, and also I forgot to mention the scallop, because this one, the scallop is dried for 2 days, so the umami is very concentrated. So that's the reason I chose the Junmai style.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. So I think all 3 candidates have done a very good job today, but the contest is not done yet. So I would like to ask all 3 candidates going back to a ready room, and you can stay there for around 15 minutes. So we'll be, again, we will start after around 15 minutes again, okay? Thank you. And let's applause for Carlos. Okay, now we are going to invite all 3 candidates back again. So please applause again for all 3 candidates for today. Let's welcome Max, Beth, and Carlos. So I want to ask Max to stand behind this table, and Beth behind this one, and Carlos behind the third table, please. Yeah. So, are you ready? Okay. Please serve this Magnum champagne into 14 flutes. You have 5 minutes to finish the job. Do you understand? I'll repeat again, yeah? So please serve this Magnum champagne into 14 flutes. You have 5 minutes to finish the job. And your 5 minutes starts now. Okay, time's up. All candidates please step back, and we are going to ask our judges. You can take a look onto the performance, please. So are we ready? And don't forget to make your signature on the point sheet. You can give to Xavier. 统一收一下。你先去定现在电好。好，那今天的比赛到目前为止先暂时告一段落。那但最重要的计分正在如火如荼的进行当中。那因为我们这边等下场地要进行再做一个下一个换场动作，所以说我们可以请在场的来宾，包含评审、包含选手，可以先取用一杯香槟先享用一下。那因为疫情的关系，我可能要请大家在饮用享受泡泡的时候， 还是尽量请大家保持安全距离，然后尽量避免太多的走动哦，因为疫情因素还是因为大家会脱口罩拿香槟嘛。那我们先掌声欢迎一下 Rocky 哈，他是我们这次比赛的赛务长啊，非常非常的辛苦，请大家掌声，热烈掌声。
这边再次代表 TSA 这个感谢各位嘉宾的支持，没有大家的支持的话，这个我们活动永远是办不下去的。那今天3位选手真的非常的辛苦，那也这个表现得非常精彩。那当然是大家一定会想要了解说，为什么我们今天设计的这些题目，那这些题目里面有些什么这个需要稍微再特别注意的部分。那我们第一个 workshop， 可能一开始选手上来一定会觉得非常的手糙，对不对？就是因为就短短4分钟之内要去服务这个2杯香槟，然后1杯啤酒，然后又还1杯这个 Kilroy 的调酒。那尤其是如果我们还要遵照女士优先等等一些这样的一个礼仪，所以其实在这个 workshop 里面最重要的，对大家来说考的是你的一个应变跟逻辑能力，如何在最快的时间内有效的去完成客人的这样的一个点单，因为这也是我们常常在现场服务的时候会遇到的一个状况。那餐厅非常的忙，那同一桌 A 客人说要这个东西，那 B 客人说要那个东西，我们必须要很快速的去满足他的一个需求，所以我们可能就要服务之前就要先想，比如说以今天这个4人桌为例，可能也许我们会先将这个香槟杯先下去给这个主人 Xavier 跟这个女生的客人这个 Lady First 先给这个 Nicole 先把杯子先下去，然后很快的然后去选取香槟。那香槟的话，我们今天也放了一些陷阱，就比如说你有整瓶的，你有小瓶的，那所以你可以很快判断，假设你今天是用小瓶的香槟来去做服务，也许可能速度会再快一点点。那很快的小瓶香槟先去做一个服务，然后接下来后面再准备 Kilroy 跟这个 Air 的这样的一个啤酒，然后再上桌，那也许会更顺畅一点。所以这是在第一个 workshop， 在服务里面可能一开始就要先去很快的先去做一些规划思考说，要做些什么事情。那我们第二个 workshop， 那主要是做一个传统的一个 decanting 的动作。那当然，虽然说今天的主题是 vintage port， 那但是在所有的一个细节，我们在整个一个服务的这样的一个顺畅度，它的一个比较 gentle， 不要让酒渣呈现，然后甚至在整个的一个服务过程面，我相信大家今天一定有发现一件事情，就是非常的 K 手，这样很难倒酒。那我相信这个也是非常符合我们现在在疫情的当下，在餐厅的一个运作上你会遇到的一个状况。在有隔板的这样的一个情况下，你如何去很顺手的来去做服务？所以你相对你一开始在杯子下的位置，你可能就要思考到，然后甚至你拿 decanter 的一个手势也会要思考到。那当然这都是需要比较多的一个练习跟经验会遇到的。然后在这当下，这个主人理事长这边也提出了一个相对的问题，就是询问大家关于年份波特跟所谓的single Kinda Vintage Port 这样的一个单一庄园的年份波特中间差异。那在这部分的话，有些选手答得非常好，那有些选手的话很爽朗，直接回答说不知道。那当然这个部分的话是需要还要再去多多学习，可以去提升在这个方面的一个知识。那接下来后面比较有趣的是在于后面所设定的这2个题目。第一个，这2款酒，一款美国酒，一款纽西兰酒，其实它们都是比较带有一些自然酒风格的一个酒款。尤其是第一款这个 Bonnie 的这个生产者，他做的这一款粉红酒，它是一个完全的难融合的一个品种的混酿，然后稍微的一个轻柔的一个浸皮，然后快速的一个萃取。那风格的话，带来很多很轻巧的一个草莓风味。那但是在口感上是比一般的粉红酒稍微再严谨一点。 所以其实在配菜上，它的一个宽容度是还蛮大的。那第二款它虽然是纽西兰的酒款，可是它却不是以纽西兰常见的这个 Sauvignon Blanc 为主的一个品种。那它也是一个自然酒的生产者，所以它的风格也是这样的一个混酿，然后完全的这个浸皮，长时间的浸皮，然后这个没有经过橡木桶，然后也稍微让它带有类似橘酒的这样的一个结构。那相对这2款酒，其实如果你今天就是说对葡萄酒的学习，尤其对台湾市场的葡萄酒有更广泛的学习，你已经有认识它，那可能相对在你接下来去介绍它、去配菜上，你就会更有想法，会更容易一点点，因为这都是比较像是这一种橘酒风格的一个酒款，所以它对食物的宽容度上其实都还蛮大的。那最后的话是这个在酒单更正跟酒单建议的这个部分。那这个部分其实我们有放了一些小心机在里面，比如说大家看到第一个 Salon 的时候，大家看到90年是很好的年份，没有错。那可是看到那个价钱，就第一个就摇摇头，就吓一跳，这个价钱吓死人。那当然，第二个说在 Cook 它年份这个89年，现在这个平均国际行情在这种500块美金的话，还算可以，没有到非常贵，但当然也不是特别便宜，但是算是一个 reasonable。那第3款的话 ，Vega Sicilia 我们都知道，它1970年是一个非常，如果它是 Unico 的这个 Grand Reserva， 那它1970年会是非常好的。可是大家要注意看它的一个酒名，它是一个 Reserva Especial， 它的 Reserva Especial 它是一个这个年份混酿，所以它并不会有所谓年份的一个标识，它是一个 NV。那所以这也是一个陷阱题。那最后，那接下来下一个在这个 Container 它的 Monfontino 它有很多非常好的经典年份的生产，那但是77年是一个很糟糕的年份，所以他们并没有生产 Monfontino， 所以有生产也不会是这个价钱。那 Mascarello 它的 Montevideo 的确是非常棒，然后它的97年也是非常好，那可是以市场价钱来说，不应该会是500美金的这么高的一个单价。那当然，大家更熟知的这个 Madame 的话，那的话它的这样的一个正式他自己的一个东美磊化事业是从1988年开始，所以如果你看到1987年的东美磊化米斯尼，可能真的要稍微谨慎一点点。那当然更不要讲说1979的彭颂的 Close and Knee， 那这个就是很有名的这个之前彭颂对上鲁迪的这样的一个案件里面其中一个 case。那彭颂他们家族在1982年以前并没有 Close and Knee 的一个酒款。那另外 Screaming Eagle 的话，它的第一个年份是1992年。那 Dominus 它的第一个年份是1983年。那 Woodbury Shiraz 的话，可能大家对澳洲酒比较熟知的话，就会知道，其实这是澳洲的少数的澳洲爱好者的，可以他心目中算是国宝的其中一个。那以它的一个老年份来说，可以找得到，甚至这个价钱的话，大家会觉得，眼睛会为之一亮，会值得推荐。那另外就是大家知道 Hill of Grace。Hill of Grace 它也不是年年都有生产，那2000年的确也是一个跳过的一个年份。那下一个也是纽西兰的一个比较属于精品的一个酒庄 Bell Hill 它的第一个年份2003年，那100块美金是它当时的一个出厂价，所以它如果是现在还是这个价钱，也算是一个非常漂亮的。那另外就是大家所熟知的 Ecan 冯2。几乎是逢2就没有再生产，所以1972是没有 Chateau Yquem 的一个生产。然后最后我们今天的 Green Hand 的1977年 Vintage Paul， 那的确是非常这个优惠的一个价钱。那这个是今天的 Bright Tasting 的4款酒。其实今天 Bright Tasting 的4款酒前面的2款酒。虽然为什么设定题目是在2分钟之内很快的去抓出它的品种、这个产区等等，因为它所选用酒款都是很经典的品种跟产区风格。第一支的话是来自于加州 Sonoma 这边生产出来的 Chardonnay， 那2018年 这个 Paul Herbst 这边所生产出来的一个风格。那很典型会 Chardonnay 会要有的这些苹果类的风味，然后比较多的一个酒体。相对来说，你还是感受到它的一个橡木桶风格，只是没有那么的一个强烈，酸度也比较明显。那第二款的话，也是典型的南澳生产出来的 Shiraz， 那但是相对来说，因为跟 Viognier 的一个调配，所以也许不到那么的非常的 full body， 但是它 Shiraz 该有的一个特色都出现了。那最后两款，为什么我们会希望各位选手这个采用全论述的方式？因为就是希望大家借由你自己的一个感官，你在品饮论述当中来去推论，来去思考说它可能会是什么样的一个品种跟酒款。那尤其是今天的这个后面全论述酒款喝到甲州的时候。那这对很多的选手来说，有些是比较陌生的，所以自然就会产生比较多的一个这样的一个怀疑的一个部分。那接下来的话是在这个清酒的一个部分。那清酒部分，我想我们应该要请欧老师来这边来为我们这个稍微对清酒的一个部分来去做一个讲解。
好，刚刚我有听到大家讲说是清酒题目人生最困难的6分钟，啊，当然今天大家非常荣幸受到那个台湾侍酒师协会的邀请了。那我自己觉得现在在国际赛事上面，清酒其实是一个会出现的一个小的 part。那我当然很希望大家 be aware 说，那在国际赛事上面我们怎么样去跟其他国外选手竞争。那所以，我当然 Yamada Nishiki 是现在比较瞩目的一个酒款的一个酒名，啊，所以它的 typical type 当然是因为它比较贵，所以通常会坐在比较high end 的一个 class 的一个酒款，好，所以 aromatic 很多 fruitiness， 然后 with balance umami， 所以这个是比较 typical 的一个 style。那当然，我第二题有做一个陷阱，因为它是另外一个酒米叫500万担国开古曼果，所以它一样是 fruity aroma，but very clean body， 然后 very short finish， 所以这边是有一点比较 tricky。那当然，有选手就直接第一个闻了就知道它是 Yamada Nishiki， 所以其实我还蛮开心的。那第3个是一个 homage， 因为它是一个原生品种，所以会比较复杂的香气，然后比较 strong 的酒体。那它就是以一个纯米生原酒的方式来去呈现，好，所以这个可能是在国际赛事上面可能会被问到的一些blind tasting 的话，大概会有这样子的题型，好，那下一个来讲的话，我觉得这真的是比较经典。那当然在日本很大的 support 在国际赛事上面来讲的话，我觉得传统工艺的 classic word 其实非常重要。所以这边我讲了一个 classic word， 其实是 Kimoto 这个字眼。那 Kimoto 就是一个生踹生源天然乳酸菌的这个做法。当然今天有一位选手直接讲 high acidity， 所以他是猜对的。那直接去 pair。那这个部分来讲的话，其实我觉得如果要在国际上跟他们 compete 的话，我是希望能够抓到的点就是日本酒的一个饮用温度带的广泛，然后怎么样去呈现 vessel。的一个表现，那其实今天的菜单其实非常有趣啊，我用的菜单非常有趣，因为是 Noma， 而且在东京的，所以是比较 friendly 的一个菜单。那其实大餐有很多种方式，看你怎么样去解释最好的。那其实duck 或者是mockfish 的 liver， 或者是大家有几位选手选的 scallop 去浓缩的umami，其实都是一个非常好的 pairing。好，所以其实就是。今天在设题上面，我们也花了很多心思，可是是以就是国际标准的方式来去做呈现。那我觉得其实我自己设题设得蛮开心的啦，好，虽然造成了3位选手一些困扰。OK， 那这个部分是 sake 的部分。那我相信在未来的2年，在国际大型的比赛，尤其是ASI， 那基本上 sake 一定会出现。那我觉得这部分我们就 虽然可能占的percentage比较小，那我随时会提供台湾侍酒师协会任何的一些有关清酒的知识。那定兴这边也会安排，如果需要的任何一些课程，我们都会很愿意去把知识传送给大家这样子。那这是清酒的部分，谢谢。
好，我们谢谢欧老师跟刚才的那个 Rocky， 我们再给他们一个掌声，谢谢。那我们现在会播放一段那个纽西兰代表处他们帮我们准备一部影片。好，那因为疫情的关系，他们很多很想要来参加，可是都比较不方便，那也特别录制影片。好，我们现在热烈的掌声欢迎一下我们台湾侍酒协会理事长陈定兴先生，我们也请他帮我们的每句话，谢谢。
稍后一下。
然后我们这边大家看到是我们这一次那个赞助商所提供的奖品，哦，是我们这一边针对第1名、第2名跟第3名有非常多的奖项，所以我们的选手们可以开始先烦恼一下，等一下怎么搬回家。啊，那如果说有人对奖品很觊觎的话，可以主动提供协助，然后随便把它摸一次回家，我想他可能不会发现的。
先跟各位3位选手说，就是奖品都是这样子哈。那很不好意思的是，协会不会帮各位负担什么宅配的运费之类的哈，所以那听说场地方军品这边他们明天也是宴会厅也是全满的，所以可能也没有地方先让各位寄放哈，所以所以今天各位3位选手的烦恼又多了一种，就是如何把他们带回家。那在这边的话，就是首先谢谢各位来宾，就是也谢谢评审们的辛劳，那也辛苦了3位选手。今年的比赛很不一样，疫情当下我们全程戴口罩，而且大家看评审桌上也都是有那个隔板。那相信在有隔板的一个情况下，对于3位选手在服务葡萄酒上也造成了一定程度的困扰，对吧？那但是不管怎么样，那比赛顺利结束。那虽然有名次之分，但是3位选手，请相信你们都是最棒的。那我们在这边也给3位选手再来点掌声，谢谢。那是不是该请3位选手先站出来呢？
好，我们先请3位决赛的选手先站到舞台这边来。我们再热烈掌声一下，好不好？谢谢。
有没有人想要说一下今天的感想？没有啊？OK， 那这边就公布名次吗？
我们先请那个萨比尔，台湾社会协会前理事长来帮我们，等一下要帮我们颁第3名的奖牌。好，我们请他这边登载一下。
好，所以我们要先颁第3名。OK，2021台湾最佳侍酒师大赛第3名的得主是来自于万豪的 Max， 请大家来点掌声。
那我们也请我们针对我们这次季军的赞助厂商，请他们上来，我们合照一张照片留念。我们请明阳、商体、力全、新风潮、法国在台协会商务处、纽西兰贸易发展中心、雅舍、3个行馆、亨信以及松杰，请所有厂商代表可以到前面来，我们站在后面好了，好不好？
我们来合照一张。
这么多的奖品，那别人会以为你拿到这么多奖品会找你麻烦。
请站中间，请站中间。
那个得奖者请站在中间，那我们请颁奖者站在旁边。好，那会长你也站在旁边，谢谢。那我们往旁边站。我们站2个过来好不好？因为人太多了。 好，我们再次鼓掌，恭喜 Max， 也谢谢大家帮我们颁奖，也谢谢我们各位赞助单位。好，那我们再来会直接公布第1名的选手。那可能我们颁完第1名之后，我会请第2名先颁奖跟拍照。好，所以第1名，反正你拿冠军的时候等一下没关系。
好。
那等下第2名，我们请那个也是台湾社会协会前理事长洪昌维先生上来帮我们颁奖，好不好？现在就先带一下。好，我们有请会长帮我们宣布冠军得主。
坦白说，这一次让我们很挣扎，因为分数相差的没有很多。但是，既然是比赛嘛，所以好。那2021年台湾最佳侍酒师大赛冠军得主是来自于新雅的 Carlos。
哇 ，Carlos 今年2连霸。Carlos， 你先等一下，不好意思。那我们第2名还要宣布。
那我们亚军台湾最佳侍酒师大赛2021年的亚军是来自于亚都的 Bess。那我们先有请我们的创会会长洪昌伟先生来颁奖。
那我们亚军奖品提供者厂商也请大家上来后面来，分别是明阳商体育力全、新风潮、法国在协会商务处、纽西兰商务发展中心、雅舍、32行馆、亨信以及松杰。那请各位赞助商再到台上来合照一张，谢谢。好，谢谢。那我们再来有请我们的冠军 Carlos。那这个奖牌我们邀请我们现任台湾社会协会理事长陈定新理事长帮我们颁发。
对了。
来，我们再热烈掌声恭喜我们 Carlos。我想要问一个比较尴尬的问题，请问一下，这是你第几次参加？我们这有是 DSA 吗
？DSA 应该是第3次。
哦，第3次拿到冠军的，所以在座参加第1次的，你们还有机会。那还没有参加的，你更有机会。好，我们应该每年都会举办，还是每2年举办1次？我们问理事长，给他一个承诺，快点，什么时候？
原则上每年都会有。
好，理事长说了哈，如果明年没有办到的话，我们 TS 会员大会就找他麻烦，好不好？好，我们再次恭喜一下我们 Carlos。那我们也要邀请我们所有的赞助厂商上来合照一张。好，我们欢迎明阳、力全、新风潮、法国在外协会商务处、纽西兰贸易发展中心、Graham's、雅舍、32行馆、亨信以及松杰。请各位赞助厂商再上来一次，我们再合照一张。好。
我们尽量往前一点，往前一点。好，好，来看我这里了，来3、2、1，接着你要往，再靠近一点啊，准备了，来3，看我这里哦，来3、2、1，最后一个站好不好？来3、2、1，好，
好，我们恭喜 Carlos。那2021台湾。 那我们也请我们今天所有评审跟3位参赛者全部站到台前这边来，我们再合照一张。好，请现在各位评审。
可以再照一张。
大家跟自己的礼物后面吧。
自己的礼物还是自己想要的？来，
自己选自己想要的。
对调一下，把谁来正台？这个送大家就待会一起对调。
那就把它扔掉。好，来，我们身高比较高在后面，然后其他的我们可以往前站一点，稍微侧出去。
好，他知道我们时间到，要赶人了。好，那我们再次鼓掌，恭喜我们今天3位选手以及我们辛苦的评审们，谢谢。那2021台湾最佳射舞比赛典礼到此结束，谢谢各位的莅临，谢谢各位参加，谢谢。